So, you might have seen some clips of Zohran Mamdani's big win in New York. They went totally viral. But honestly, those viral moments, they aren't the real story. Not even close. The real story is how this complete unknown, this total outsider, basically threw out the old political playbook and wrote a new one. Let's get into it.
All right, think about most victory speeches you've heard. They usually start with a thank you so much, right? Well, not this one. Zohran Mamdani gets up there and starts by quoting India's first ever prime minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. I mean, right from the jump, that was a huge signal that this was going to be something different.
And okay, if starting with that quote was surprising, the ending was just wow, unforgettable. As soon as he finished his speech, his campaign starts blasting this super high-energy song from the Bollywood movie Dhoom. Of course, social media just exploded. It was everywhere. Look, those moments are super memorable, for sure, but they're not the core of this story. The real question, the one we're here to answer, is how? How did a candidate nobody had ever heard of pull off a win this big against all odds? That's what we're going to dig into. To really get just how massive this achievement was, we have to go back in time. Let's rewind just 10 months, when he started his campaign. Honestly, calling him an underdog doesn't even do it justice. It was so much more than that. Let's just talk numbers for a second. The first polls came out, and they gave him a 1% chance of winning. 1%. That's not just a long shot, you know? In the world of politics, that's basically a rounding error. It's considered almost impossible. And it wasn't just that 1% number. Out of all the candidates in the race, he was ranked 9th. I mean, how do you even begin to imagine a path to victory from that spot? It just didn't seem to exist. Then you have the money problem, a huge one. His campaign had zero major billionaire backing. And in American politics, that kind of cash gap between you and your opponents, it's usually a death sentence for a campaign. And here's the thing. It's not like he was some famous person who was just polling badly. Nope. Just a year ago, you can find videos of him out on the street trying to talk to people who had no idea who he was. He was literally starting from square one, absolute zero. So let's put it all together. No name recognition, no money, terrible poll numbers. How on earth did he win? Well, it all came down to this incredibly well-executed grassroots strategy. This is what took him from 0 to 100, for real. So here's the playbook. It wasn't about big, flashy rallies or spending millions on TV ads. Forget all that. Instead, the whole strategy was built on one thing: relentless person-to-person connection. We're talking going door to door, day after day, using social media not for ads, but to talk directly to people about the issues, and building this massive, passionate army of volunteers. Every single thing they did was about forging a real, genuine connection with voters. And that's the key, right there. This whole journey wasn't bankrolled by billionaires. It was fueled by actual people. It's the definition of a 0 to 100 story. And it proved that you can build real momentum from the ground up just by connecting with people. Okay, so every election really boils down to a core conflict, right? A central battle. And in this race, that battle was crystal clear and honestly pretty dramatic. It was his platform versus the prejudice that was being thrown at him. I mean, you just can't get a sharper contrast than this. On one side, you had Mamdani's team, laser focused on real-life stuff people actually care about. Freezing the rent, getting universal childcare, making public transport affordable. And on the other side, the attacks against him were just vile. We're talking deeply personal, hateful stuff. He was called a terrorist, hit with racist memes. They even accused him of supporting the 9/11 terrorists. Just unbelievable. So, faced with all that hate, what do? How do you respond? Well, instead of backing down or trying to, change who he was to fit in, he did the exact opposite. He leaned in. He embraced his identity, proudly posting videos of himself eating biryani by hand. He didn't shy away from tough, controversial issues, speaking out really forcefully about the Gaza genocide. And here's the most important part. He never, ever stooped to their level. He never spread hate back. So let's step back for a second. What's the big takeaway here? This is more than just one election in New York, right? What does this totally improbable win actually tell us about the state of politics today? And that really brings us to the core lesson. In a time where everything feels so divided, so full of anger, Mamdani's campaign is being held up as proof. Proof that focusing on people's real, actual, day-to-day problems can still win, that substance can still beat prejudice and hate.
If you had to boil down the entire campaign's philosophy to one single idea, this is it. The power belongs to the people. And look, that wasn't just some catchy slogan they put on a poster. It was their entire strategy. It was the belief that real power doesn't come from a handful of rich donors. It comes from the people.
And you can already see the ripple effects of this, way beyond New York City. His story, this idea of an outsider building a movement from absolutely nothing, it's become a huge inspiration for young people all over the world, especially those who feel like the whole political system has locked them out. So that leaves us with one last really big question to think about. We've seen exactly how he pulled it off. But was this just a fluke? A one-in-a-million miracle? Or did we just watch someone write a brand new playbook for how to win elections in this day and age?